What's the most satisfying, I don't give a F moment you've witnessed? Everyone at our company thought Jonah was just another quiet office temp. Dude showed up on time, did what he was told, and barely said more than good morning during lunch breaks. He'd been filling in for some executive assistant who went on maternity leave, and honestly, no one thought twice about him. Our company was this mid-sized marketing firm run by this arrogant CEO who basically got off on power trips. This guy was famous for publicly destroying people during meetings, especially if you were new or lower on the food chain. Like at least once a week, he'd pick someone random to test their grit in front of everyone, just for fun. It was toxic as hell, but most of us just took it because we needed the paycheck. Jonah didn't seem like the type to cause drama, but what nobody knew was that this dude used to be some hotshot at a rival company until his old boss totally screwed him over. Like straight up stole credit for his entire campaign and threw him under the bus to the executives. Jonah took the fall, burned out completely, and said screw corporate life. He started doing temp work just to survive. Low stress, low drama, you know? But then something changed. During this Monday all-hands meeting, our CEO asked Jonah some basic question about the schedule for this big client pitch. Super simple stuff, but Jonah politely corrected him because the date had been moved last week. The CEO did not like that at all. In front of like 50 people, this guy starts laughing and mocking Jonah's rookie mistake, called him intern Einstein with this smug smile. The whole room went dead quiet. You could feel everyone cringe. That's when Jonah calmly closed his laptop, stood up, and said the most beautiful thing I've ever heard in corporate America. Actually, I've been handling your executive correspondence for 3 weeks. I've seen every client email, every contract draft, and every memo you've accidentally forgotten to CC legal on. I've been quietly fixing your scheduling disasters and rewriting your proposals to save your reputation. But sure, call me the intern. The room was so quiet you could hear people breathing. The CEO tried to save face by making another joke about this generation being too sensitive, but Jonah wasn't done. He continued, also, you asked me to book a casual dinner with the head of procurement from our biggest client, the one whose company policy specifically forbids off-the-record meals with vendors. I'm sure your board would find that fascinating. People started whispering. Some were pulling out their phones, and then Jonah dropped the bomb. You treat this place like it's still 1998, but honestly, the only thing outdated here is you. And then this legend did something I'll never forget. Right there, mid-meeting, with everyone watching, he unplugged his laptop charger, slung his backpack over his shoulder, and just walked out. Didn't say another word, just left. The CEO was standing there with his mouth hanging open like a fish. Nobody knew what to do. Half the room was trying not to laugh, the other half looked terrified they'd be next. But here's the best part. Turns out Jonah had been documenting everything. Every sketchy email, every questionable decision, every inappropriate comment. He'd been recording voice memos, screenshotting Slack messages, keeping receipts on everything. On his way out the door, he sent it all to HR and legal, like everything. Years worth of garbage this CEO had been pulling. Within a week, the CEO was voluntarily resigning under unrelated circumstances. A bunch of executives suddenly decided to pursue other opportunities. The whole upper management basically got cleaned out. And Jonah? Dude got a personal apology email from the board of directors. Got a phone call from the CEO of their biggest rival company offering him a job. But most importantly, he finally got his break on his own terms.